S1W9 back at it again with a full house today. My up, your down, your left, my right. Man is having a heck of a run right now in Michigan. Ann Arbor, the big house is back on the block. Fries, how you doing today, man?
What's up, man? I'm doing great. Happy to be back. Full house is good, man. It's been a while since we all hopped on here, so I'm sure we'll have a lot of catching up to do.
Yes, sir. And the commissioner, uh, Marcel Reed's biggest fan apparently right now. Um, Said we've been down before, but we'll be back again. Bag, how you doing today, man?
We doing all right, man. Glad to be here. Glad I could finally make it to one of these. So let's get to it.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll just hop right into it. Started from the bottom. ACC conference standings. Right now, we got UCLA, SMU, Missouri at the top of the conference, 4-1, 4-1, and 4-2, respectively. And then overall, let's see who has the best record. SMU 6-2, and then Florida 5-2 overall, and then Missouri 5-3. But if we sort by conference, we gotta back out, come back in. UCLA is at the top right now. So, Bag, you feel like there are any surprises right now at UCLA? Anybody that's a little worse than you expected, or anybody's better than you expected?
In the ACC,
Yes, sir.
I mean UCLA, I think is a good user, so I'm not surprised by his success at all. Trying to see like anybody who's really um, honestly like I don't know. Last time I was on the pod, we probably talked about these guys, but I would say UCLA, SMU, Missouri. No surprises there that they're near the top there. Sue's having a really good season at 5-2, but he has two losses in conference. I'm not surprised he's ranked like number 7 or whatever. Um, so I'm not surprised by any of those guys. And the rest of the conference, I mean, I'm looking Auburn's under 500, TCU under 500. Houston, he's back. He was in the league last year. I forgot who he was though. I think he was Florida for a second.
I think that's Ken, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's my little cousin. He nice. He's doing his thing. I think since he took over, he might have not lost. I'm not sure.
Something like that.
Um,
I know it was a little rough early, but he was. I don't think it was him getting the games, and it was somebody else. But
yeah, I would say the biggest surprises here are for me. The only one I'm kind of surprised with is Florida State, but he's picked it up as of recent. He got a big win over Shoemace. So Shoemace had Miami, and he was able to get that rivalry win, I believe, on the road as a tier 3. So he'll get a legend in the offseason off of that. So Hoop's starting to probably come back into form. I mean,
at
but he
Florida
started off a
State.
little rough. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. 'Cause, I mean, let me see his schedule right now. He started off with the forced loss, lost to Indiana, beat Cucko who is not good at all. And then he had two more L's, but he's won back to back now. He beat Mizzou, who's at the top of the ACC, and then he went and got a tier 1 win, 35-7 at Miami. So he could easily finish the year strong and make some noise. So I don't think there's any surprises. Honestly, I think it's about where it's supposed to be. Outside of that,
Fries, do you think they get more than one team in the playoffs?
Um, Probably not. I'm gonna say probably not. It just depends on kind of their schedules down the stretch. I'm gonna say no, probably, because UCLA's at the top. They're gonna play each other conference championship. They all have. Well, Sue only has 2 losses. Sue could go on a run in theory. Maybe they might get 2 in. They might get 2 in.
I was gonna say,
Their
but
schedule is kind of tough to say, though.
Sue goes at SMU this week. Matter of fact, so one of those two will have 3 losses after this week.
Mm-hmm. And
I think
then
it is a possibility they can get 2 with Sue, like you're saying, because
we
Sue
had to beat
probably.
Georgia, though.
Yeah, I feel like I don't think. I mean, Georgia's a one-trick pony. We know that, So, and Sue's gonna be able to put up points. So, it'll be. I think in that game is gonna come down, and it'll be neutral site. So, I mean, I think unless Sue just turns the ball over a bunch, I mean, if we can get like one or two stops, and Georgia has to start passing the ball, then
Yeah.
I don't think he will. But I hear you.
So you don't think he will get any stops?
No, passing the ball.
Oh,
Just
both those are ifs. Like I don't know if Sue will get a stop. I mean,
like that's, it's not as easy
I,
as it sounds.
I don't think I've never been like saying that Sue plays like a lot of games that Sue plays are like high scoring, So
hmm
um, him getting a stop is a big if, but I mean it's a one like bro, if you can guard the run and on passing, like if you can guard the run, if you make him go to third down, have to pass the ball like multiple times a game, he's going to lose the game, in my opinion.
probably true.
But Georgia plays decent defense too, so like I don't know, like it also be like Sue has to like not turn the ball over. Like Georgia actually does play pretty good defense,
Oh,
I
for
think.
sure, for sure.
So
We got the
He
athletes
does.
behind it, so
yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna
I think
say. Go ahead. Sorry.
I wasn't really saying nothing. You got it.
I was going to just say nah, I'm gonna say no after we talked about it more. I think he either that game or Nate. Nate is never fun to play either. Like Nate can definitely put a game together and beat you. Like that's
That's
last game of the season for him.
that's your. Oh, you're saying he could maybe
No,
beat
no,
him
no.
there.
Yeah, like I think he's losing probably at least one of those. So it's gonna be tight for a second team to get in.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's also going to be interesting because there's going to be a lot of moving and shaking. Because I mean, now you got the Big Ten playing each other. So like right now, you got Oregon at 2, Mississippi State at 3, Ohio State at 5, Indiana at 11, Ole Miss at 8. We're not getting 5 teams out of the Big Ten in there. I say 3 max. Like I mean, they've all played 2 conference games or less. They still got to play 4 more at least each. Yeah, no chance we get. I doubt more than 3 in the Big Ten, and then in the SEC. It'll probably be also the SEC is definitely 3. I mean, the bottom 2 in the SEC are for sure out, and then so
Yeah, yeah.
so that leaves room for 4 more teams, at least. Let's say it's 3 and 3, at least 4 more, and then you got the Big 12. You have about 4 teams there in position, but once again, like, well, Clemson looks like they're about to be in, but like. Washington probably gets in. I don't know who Washington plays, but I don't know. I don't think that many dudes in the Big Ten are going to beat Washington, or in the Big 12 are going to beat Washington. Like Washington's got to play Oklahoma, Texas, Georgia, Clemson, Texas. Actually, never mind. I don't know. The Big 12's interesting. Big 12's interesting.
Yeah, I think they might beat up each other like you were saying. Might be a good call.
No, I think the Big 12. I think the Big 12 has got a nice little gap in there. Like I think those top 4, and then I think
I
Terrell
don't know,
competes.
man.
But I feel like the bottom, like, I mean, I don't think Texas isn't going to do nothing. I mean, even though I happen to lose to Bro, another just like atrocious loss. I don't think Texas or Tennessee or Maul maybe can make some noise. I definitely think Maul's better than his record a little bit, but and Notre Dame's no slouch. But I feel like those top 4 are kind of like they're breaking away from the bottom 4 in that conference.
I just gotta win one more game. If I can beat Oklahoma next week, it might be. I could play spoiler or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have any meaningful games the rest of the season. Kind of sucks. Like my spoiler, I wouldn't even been a spoiler, but could have got the Oregon game. Could have messed around with USC, but like they were both making the playoffs if they lost to me or not. And now it's kind of just like none of these games matter.
Yeah, relegation low. Are you and Miami in the same conference, right?
Me, you, Miami, and Penn State are all in the same conference. Me, Miami, and Penn State have no conference wins. Also, LSU only has played 1 conference game and beat me. So I mean, LSU also could still easily get relegated.
That's big, big.
So yeah, there's definitely a battle going on for that. I only have 2 conference games left, so I need to show up for those ones for sure. But
hmm
um, You know,
Who
I
you
kind
got?
of already
Penn State and
I played the hard teams in the conference minus LSU, but you know whatever. Um, so
I don't know why I didn't realize we had only 6 in our conference until just now, for real. But
yeah, because it's supposed to be. I don't know if I'm going to keep it for next year because we actually did a test and it isn't working how it's supposed to. Where it's supposed to be like if you're in the ACC, you get an auto bid no matter what. Like it's supposed to change there was a thing that was to change the code in the game this year to do that. But when I did the test, it's actually not the case. Like
oh, it didn't matter
if
what they did in real life.
yeah, at the top. Well, the bigger issue is like I don't ever think that someone in the SEC isn't going to have a good enough record to make the playoffs and get like a bye. Probably, the bigger problem is that it gives an auto bid to a different conference. Like, so it gives an auto bid to like a non-user conference because the SEC and the Big Ten don't get one. So then now 2 spots out of the playoffs are taken out.
Okay.
So
we'll be back at 8 next year, I guess.
yeah, so probably next year I'm gonna have to go back to putting 2 CPUs in there just so that um just so that like those 2 extra CPUs don't get auto bids into the playoff. If it plays out like that, it was like that in the test. Maybe they'll have some type of patch that'll fix it or whatever. But whatever. I don't know. We'll see.
Deep dive into the Big 12 right now. Clemson is undefeated. No, they're not. Sorry. Excuse me. Losses at LSU and Mississippi State, but big win at Oregon, Tennessee Tech, Oklahoma, and Georgia. We don't see a collapse from Cole this year, do we?
I don't know. He's playing really good ball right now. Hopefully for him that was just a last year thing. Last year, yeah, like you said, that was the story. This year,
I looked at it and it's just like, oh yeah, Cole's wake up. I was like, and then it triggered.
kind of the opposite so far. He started off 0-2 though. This time, 0-2 started off, and since then he's won 6 in a row. I think we said so. He might have just found his stride. He plays him and Hoop. I feel like always play good games, so that's a big one. He plays should be a good game. At Washington should be a good. I mean, he could definitely lose a couple of those. I wouldn't be shocked, but he's playing good ball.
Washington back. Have you had a chance to catch any of Washington's game?
I haven't seen a full game of his. That's one of my homies in real life. But he's been winning a lot for sure. I saw a little bit of his game with Texas State today. And he just seems like, he's just, offensively, man, he's not making that many mistakes. He's making quick. He takes he's not somebody who's going to pass up a drag that's open or whatever. Like he's going to he's playing efficient ball on offense, and then defensively he's just trying to blitz the crap out of you. So, or not even blitz the crap out of you, but he's going to line up in formations to where you're going to have to make adjustments to block it. And if you can't do that, you're going to be fried. A lot of times he makes you do all that and then only sends 4. So it's like, it can be somewhat of a headache on defense. He's doing a lot of just like, I feel like if you went to a Madden tournament or if you were playing like Gauntlet on the weekend in MUT, you would run into a lot of guys who play like him. So, So
statement.
But yeah, he's playing good ball. I think, I don't think a lot of dudes are going to be able to deal with that. I would say, in my opinion, I think he's probably going to win that conference. Just because dudes don't know, can't set up blocking consistently, and then it's not like he's giving the ball right back to you on offense too much. So it can be a little tricky.
Gotcha. For Alex, do you think Oklahoma or Georgia still has a chance to take one of those spots in the conference championship?
Oh yeah. I think heavy play solid ball, and Georgia's style might be too predictable. I think if he had more of a pass mix, like I'm off running the ball, but sometimes he doesn't even pretend to try to throw the ball. So of those two, I think Oklahoma, just because he can actually play a versatile game, complimentary at times. But let me peep his schedule real quickly. He lost to Cole already, so Cole's got that game in hand, and plays Washington. We're in week 9 right now, right? Like this week he plays Washington. So
No, 2 more weeks.
what's that mean? That
He plays Texas Tech this week.
Oklahoma does?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at Georgia. My apologies.
Oh, okay. Nah, yeah, but he plays him at home this week, so that's the one for real. If he gets it, obviously have a game in hand too on that. So, he got a good chance. I can't really call it one way or another, but heavy for sure in that mix. Significantly.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment. I definitely think Oklahoma has a shot. He's been playing good ball this year in general. I wouldn't count him out at all, but I don't know if I feel the same about the way Dane is playing. I think if you understand how to stop the run, you can really get him in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
To an extent. Frazier is a problem in and of itself.
I agree, but it's just like, bro, like it's just like the dude I was playing today in the grind. Like he runs the ball like almost every play if you let him. It's just like, bro, if my safeties are gonna sit down here 5 yards away from the line of scrimmage, everyone's shaded underneath. I have like 9 dudes in the box. I'm just making you throw it, and you can't throw it, like But some dudes like don't want to commit to it like that. You know what I mean? Or don't have. Or have like their D linemen not all rushing like attacking the ball, like things like that. Or just like if you're gonna let him run, like because Georgia is probably the best. They're probably the best team, the team built best to run in the game. Probably them. Texas A&M's got to be up there built to run. I don't know if they're like the best, but they're built to run as well. But it's like you really need to like load up. But it's just like if you have that many bodies in there, he's not gonna. He's I promise you, he's not getting off. Like I promise, it's very hard. He might break like one run in the whole game, where he just something happens and he breaks one, but he's going to be consistently getting 2 or 3 yards of carry, and he's going to consistently be getting the third downs, and it's just like, bro. Now you're going to have to make a read. Can you make a read? Can you convert? Can you if you have 10 third downs? If you make him go to 10 third downs, like 10 third and 5s, is he going to be able to convert 6 or 7 of those? Like I don't see it.
3rd and 5s are running down nowadays.
It is. You know what I mean? But I'm loading up for the run again. Like, I don't care if you throw it. Like, against him in particular. Like, I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to load up against his run. I'm going to put a spy on the field for your quarterback because you're going to try to roll out because you can't read, in my opinion. And I'm going to live with the result. That's just that's how I feel about that in particular. But or a lot of dudes run the ball, like, you know what I mean? Like running the ball is very good this year. Like I'm not mad at it being as good as it is. I think it's great that it should be this good. I'm glad that they nerfed Shifty because that was more of an issue. Like, but if you can sit up there and get numbers pre-snap and like, you should be able to run the ball, But on the other side of that, it's not that hard to sit there and put 8, 9 dudes in the box and consistently keep dudes like, OG likes to run the ball a lot. Like when we played OG, I don't even know what the stats were for that game. And like but he definitely wasn't like just running all over me like that. Like the dudes, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm going to stack that box. And OG is someone where you can't just, he can pass the ball. So it's like, you have to be wary of that for sure. But it's like, I feel like defensively, like the run is stoppable, bro. But if you're going to sit up there and nickel and have your linebackers out of the box matched up on someone in trips over there, they're going to let them run to the left, like 6-on-5 blocking. Like, what do you expect?
Got nothing for you. I lost, so.
I've been doing nothing but taking L's, so I mean, I'm not sitting up here acting like I'm some wizard, but guard the run.
Ball most of the game. OG, did he possess the rock a lot? Seems like he might have.
Uh, I think he did. I don't know. I gotta go check. I mean, the real killer for me in that game was Marcel Reed had a really probably my worst game throwing the ball. I don't know if it was because I was like having happy feet in the pocket. He was getting like semi decent pressure or whatever, but there was a lot of throws that there was a lot of plays that could have been touchdowns that just like were just completely terribly thrown. And then yeah, we didn't do anything on the ground. I mean, I don't know if I had the ball at all for real. It looks like looking at the stats, I mean, I only looks like I had 11 passing attempts and 4 rushing attempts. So I had 15 plays of offense. So
That's actually crazy.
it was
Jeez.
17 points on 15 plays. I think
Wow.
I had a kick return for a touchdown, so that was 7.
Oh, okay.
I think I had like a pick. I had like a pick on his side of the field. So, you know,
How do you feel about the pace of the game? Do you feel like the run is slowing it down that much, or do you think the game just plays actually a little slower?
what do you think, Frost?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't have any complaints about it. I don't have necessarily the answer to that. I guess a lot more dudes are running the ball a lot, so games are condensed. Possessions are a lot less. I think it's probably that. Just the run being so successful, blocking being kind of OP. There's way too many pancakes still. I think that's an issue, but it is game specific though, because you'll see other games where dudes are like airing it out, quick scores. I feel like they last a lot longer. Also, our league settings I like, because some other leagues they're cool, but I feel like I'm in the game for like an hour and a half. It's just way too long.
Yeah, I mean, I think Frost hit on the head. Like, in my opinion, I like with it. I think the game is slower than 26 and 27, but at the same time, it isn't missing explosiveness. But I think a lot of it has to do with like the pass defense being so much better that a lot of the like I was just complaining about missing throws. Like, yeah, so sometimes like, maybe I'm getting happy feet and I don't get to step up into a throw, and he's not still just hitting a dude on the money 50 yards on the field. So combined with running being good, so people are running a lot. I think that's kind of making the games feel a little bit slower than last year, but I feel like the game feels more realistic in general. I mean, I don't think the game is like that great right now. I think it needs a patch or 2 or 3. I think there's definitely things that can like change with the game, but I do like the game more than the other ones. Like in terms of like the feel of the game and the speed of the game, I think it's more realistic than it has been the last 2 games.
Gotcha. Moving on to.
What do you think about that, Terrell? You've been playing Madden a long time.
I think this game is an accurate QB away from being the best college football so far.
Yeah, I agree.
I think man is overpowered to an extent. I also think your quarterback not being accurate is your biggest factor of man being so good. Like
Yeah,
if you
I
run a
agree.
corner route, you got position. Your quarterback has to know the one place I can't throw this ball is behind my receiver, and that's what they'll do a lot. And you throw it behind the receiver, and it's either a hit knockout or an interception. So it's just if the QBs were a little more accurate consistently, then the close coverage is just what it is. It's close coverage. But your dude has and when I mean a step, it's literally just a single step, but has position. I wouldn't be upset if those are catches, but a lot of times the QB just isn't accurate and gives the defense a lot of chances to play on the ball.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah, like if you do have a very good quarterback, like day one, like right now, like if you have I don't know who are some of the best. Like if you have Ohio State, obviously. I mean, all right, so the best teams in the game, Texas, da 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 da. Man, them dudes be making some freaking throws, dog.
Yeah.
Like they'll make some throws that are just as Texas A&M, like those that are just impossible to make. It's like dude will be on a street down the middle of the field and they'll throw it, put out in front of him 60, 70 yards down the field and hit him in his fucking stride. Meanwhile, like I can't hit like a 30-yard out unless he's wide open. Like, you know what I mean? Like it has to be you're in zone and like I just had the right combination to just fry you. But like if it's like a one-step thing and it's 30 yards away, that's not going to be a good enough ball. Like,
I got a question about that too. I don't know if there are a lot of people thinking about it this way, but I am very weary of sideline throws to the open side of the field. I would tell you those like corner routes, out routes to the wide side of the field, and I'm on the opposite hash are scary throws for me this year.
Yeah, especially if you don't. I mean, once again, like you gotta if you have a quarterback who's very good, but like yeah, like and it should be that way. Like honestly, I'm really not even that mad about it. Like I feel like it should be that way because I feel like in the last games, people whose quarterbacks weren't good enough to make certain throws would be making all these crazy throws. I mean, I can think of so many games last year where it'll be like everything's boxed, you know, quarterback rolls out left, stops, barely like throws a dot to the right side of the field to a deep crosser, and my cornerback who's in man coverage like can't find a way to make a play on the ball, even though the trajectory is so bad. You know what I mean for the quarterback, and you know like those type of throws you can't make anymore, which is good. Like, thank God.
So, my complaints are a little different, but I see other fixes than the game is bad. Is man strong? Yeah, but your QB could change how you would think about man. Now the pancakes are a little much. I don't. That's another.
I do agree.
The pancakes are a little much, but is that really the problem though, or are you not matching personnel?
I think there's a big problem matching personnel. I think this year, like as we said before, honestly, like there's a like understanding and skill gap that is there that people are getting taken advantage of on that front a lot. But I think you're hitting on the head too with like pancakes ROP, and it's just like you know we were just talking about in the chat about like dudes with custom playbooks, and you know you can have two tight end everywhere. Well, it's hard to match up against two tight ends with whatever you're doing. I mean, if you're gonna come out there and you know you got to come out there in 3-4 or whatever, but it's like you kind of give up so much speed putting that many dudes like that on the field at this point in the game that it makes it kind of tough still. But yeah, I mean, I think you're hitting all on the head, Terrell, honestly.
So, yeah, it's just my thing. Because what happens when they do patch it? But they just said the run blocking is still as good. Dudes just don't get pancaked. Now what? You got exactly what you asked for. Still can't stop the run. Because dudes are just not getting off blocks now. That you got what you asked for. But
exactly. And I mean, and to your point with man, like, man is strong, but man is still so friable. Like, I mean, you just have to have, you can't sit up here against man and like, finally against man, it's like, if I shade inside or shade underneath, like, you shouldn't be able to just run mesh. I mean, like, I get it, you run mesh and like maybe a dude gets bumped off and he gets open, okay, like that's realistic. But if I sit there and shade inside or shade underneath and you run mesh, like I should at least be there to tackle you for 3 yards on any drag. Because I basically just told my defender, like, I don't care what other route you are guarding, like guard that one. But a lot of dudes, you know, sit there and just think that that's going to be the answer, and it shouldn't be that simple. Like, it's just not football. Like, maybe put a slant and a zig. Now you got one dude breaking out, one dude breaking in. So now it's like he's going to lose either way, right? But
gotcha. Frowls, we're going to continue to talk about the conferences here, but I feel like this is a real good gameplay discussion. I know you have a different style of playing as far as running the ball. You almost invite nickel and the dime sets because you're, we'll say, a power spread type of player. How would you counter, not necessarily yourself, but what is your mindset coming out and sets that you run, and then what you're seeing online, the two tight end sets and the I forms.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really hip to the scene necessarily. I know y'all kind of follow like what's going on, what's the meta and stuff more than I do. I don't really keep tabs on that. I would say in our league though, a lot of it, if you're just watching people's streams, I think y'all were really on it when you talk about the just matching formations. Like a lot of dudes will just call their play, their formation, everything, not even see what their opponent's coming out in, and then then they're raging like, why am I getting run on? I mean, like did you even try to stop the run? Like he came out in single back and you were like, let me go super light box and just see what happens. And like, oh, my linebacker should be able to run through, make this play. I'm shooting this gap. In this game, I get frustrated with it too, but like when you're coming downhill with your user, if you run right into like a tackle or a guard, whatever, you get smacked a lot. Like sometimes they'll just knock you out completely of the play, unless you have blow up or unless you have like, a crazy kind of user. Like you got to be in the right spot. You got to fit the right gaps. You got to check your run fits, which I don't really just watching people's streams. The better users use it for sure, but a lot of dudes don't even check their run fit, so they don't even really know where they're supposed to be, and they're like, oh, why is he getting loose there? Because you're trying to go over the top and scrape, but you're supposed to be filling, the A gap, the B gap, and you're you're outside of the tackle. So I don't know. I think because I run so much, I feel like I'm hyper aware on stopping the run, because I think that's like run is not really that hard. Like it's probably the easiest thing to do in the game. You can run if you really are dedicated to it. And then of course there's skill gap, like actually running vision cutbacks, the buttons in the game. But I think just making the effort to stop the run is huge. A lot of dudes just don't care to do it, or maybe they just don't know how. But if I was countering myself, I would make me throw for real. Like I think I'm not Georgia level. I think I can definitely make decent reads, but I'm not the best at like drop back, dissect, spread you out. That's not how I want to play at all. You get me in that, you get me in like 3rd and 10s, like you probably win most games you play me. So I don't think that's even a secret. I'm not giving free game, but if you make me be a drop back passer, especially with Michigan, the receivers, we got one that's pretty good. Like Marshall's pretty good, but that's not how I win in the league. Never will be, probably. It's just about balance, staying ahead of the schedule. I like to play action game a lot too. But again, like if you're not actually running, it's just you're wasting your time with play action a lot of times. I feel like, because just you're getting like no movement with the user, you're getting no surprise element. But yeah, sorry I've been talking a lot, but I like the run game overall. I like the element it brings. I think it adds to the chess match. Last game you could, maybe not much last game, more so last game for sure. And then I think 2 years ago you could be in like anything and still shoot gaps because they just were there, or you can get away with making bad decisions just because how the game played. Now you get punished, and I think you should. Just like with pass commits, I think if you pass commit and I'm running out of a heavy formation, like it should almost be a touchdown. Like, and it is now. Like you get fried on those. I think that's how the game should go, for real.
Appreciate the insight. Look at not upset. It's different mindsets. And at one point in time, you got to think EA rarely puts out the same game 2 years in a row. People might say it's the same game every year. Completely not. 25, I could jet sweep you to death, and there's nothing much you could really do about it. So,
can I ask a follow up on that? Not necessarily what you said, but just in general. Like, why do y'all think that there's like? Because we were talking about like play spamming. Why is there like it's like a negative kind of connotation, or like people are viewed negatively if they run the rock efficiently, and that's kind of like how they play their play style compared to dudes who can pass. I guess, is it just the passing is more difficult, which it is, but why do we? I don't know. I feel like people are viewed a lot differently. They can have super efficient offense, be scoring 30 a game, but it's mainly on the ground. But same outcome, same points per game. And if they're throwing heavily, they're just looked at differently, it feels like. Why is that?
I mean, I don't think there's that many people who run the ball. to the level of someone who passes the ball every time. Like, I mean, in this game, I'm not passing the ball every time, to be honest. I mean, I like to pass or whatever, but I mean, I'm pretty across all my games. I'm pretty much trying to get minimum 10 or 12 carries a game, which isn't a lot or anything. I'm just saying, but I think that I think people look at it because it's just like less skill, like you were saying. Like I feel like even though I think it is a skill, like personally, in my opinion, if you're not running the exact same run and there's not some OP run, like honestly in this game, there's not like, okay, if you were coming out an I form tight, which is super easy to box, honestly, if you know run defense again, but I'm just going to put 8-9 dudes in the box and I form tight's not going to get off. You might get off like once every 15 times you run it. But like, if there's not some meta like there was in 25 where it's just like stretch and the angles are just all cooked, so no matter what you do, that stretch is going to get off eventually. I think is one thing. But in this game, like you have to, when you're running, like you got to know what you're running. Like you got to like have numbers. You probably are in a better situation if you can find a way to get numbers with a read option. So you have something you don't have to block. Like you have to understand, what holes to hit. You have to have a little bit of skill. Shifty's not as OP where you can just run to the sideline and cut up as easily as you could in 26. So, I mean, I think running does take a little bit more understanding of the game and commitment to it, right? Because if someone's going to play good run defense and you're going to end up in 3rd and 8s, like I said earlier, same thing. Like, you have 2 bad runs, your drive can be over pretty quick, right? But, so, I mean, I think a lot of dudes say that because they just have I think the real issue is that people don't know how to guard the run. Like, they don't understand that. They don't understand matching personnel. They don't understand getting an advantage in personnel even. They don't understand stacking the box. They don't understand filling their gaps. In my opinion, you still can't shoot inside zones, but I always end up giving up way too much game here. But it's just like, if you're smarter about it, like, I mean, I don't run inside zone this year because I think you still can easily shoot an inside zone, but it's impossible to shoot a base or, a lot of these read options are a little bit harder to shoot. So, if I don't even give you an angle to shoot and now you're just relying on shooting the gap, that is your run defense is shooting the gap, like you're just going to get destroyed. And I think a lot of people are so used to that. And so they talk down to people who can run, but I think running is like an art, just like passing is, honestly, in this game.
I've also heard dudes, which is crazy to me, crazy take. It's really just one dude. I ain't gonna call him out, but he thinks shooting gaps is overrated. He said it's not realistic. Like when dudes shoot gaps, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a dude who has a lot of questionable takes. If you really tally it up, yeah. I don't know. He says
I think I would need.
They got his opinion is that it's too easy to shoot gaps, and they should fix that in the game, pretty much.
Oh, I mean, as I just said, like the reality of it is, you can only shoot the gap on certain runs anyway. So it's like on some of these runs, you can shoot the gap all you want to, and you're just going to be in worse position anyway. So, if someone's going to run an inside zone or there's other runs where you can shoot the gap, like, and you do it successfully, like it's a high risk, high reward maneuver, just like in real life.
Mm-hmm. I think that's actually super skill based, really. Like shooting at elite level and not like getting fried, because you can easily, if you shoot the gap and miss, I mean that's probably 6 a lot of times. Like
for sure.
Now I do think like dudes shooting the gap and then getting that like glitchy dive animation. So where like you're shooting the gap and just praying, if you hit X, you're getting something. Like you'll slow them up or you'll like make the tackle. That's a little questionable. I don't like just being able to dive automatic. That's not it.
Yeah, they definitely gotta fix the dive animation for sure.
It's just the magnet. Like, why do they have to make it such like you get pulled into the tackle? I don't get that part of it. Just make it like if you time it like accurately, you dive and it's fine. But you'll miss. Like it'll be a dive where like you really shouldn't touch me at all. But somehow like my dude stops his whole momentum and you got my whole leg now, and it's making no sense.
Well, it's like they make the defender magnet. Like I've seen dudes dive like be beat by like 2 or 3 yards, dive backwards, and like somehow like it's just not physics. Like you can't like without a running start, you're like off the squat, like jumping at an angle backwards and like covering 10 feet, like
It's facts.
is just insane. Like who are you? Like you're not human doing that, you know, like.
Facts.
But yeah, like just like a lot of dudes. So first of all, I agree. I think shooting the gap is a skill thing. It does take skill. However, a lot of people rely on shooting the gap and like, you know, like you're saying, shooting the gap and dive tackling. But like this year, if you understand how different runs work, shooting the gap doesn't work. Like, I mean, shooting the gap works against, in my opinion, it works against like two types of runs. Against inside zone, you can kind of dominate an inside zone shooting the gap, which makes sense. But read option as well, you could dominate, but if you make a better read with your read, then it shouldn't really matter. Second, and then the other one is like a buck sweep. You can shoot the gap, but if you miss shooting that gap, you're really going to pay for it, I think. And then I think almost all other runs, you're going to have a hard time shooting it. I mean, so in my opinion, what do you think, Terrell?
Just and this might be me doing too much. When we say shooting the gap, are we talking about like standing behind a D tackle and dollar type that shooting a gap?
Well, you can do it in any formation, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, then yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Just being able to sit in 6
Hold on.
deeper
Wait.
sets.
When you say, you're talking about like when hovering, like hovering over the, like standing like
Yeah.
1 inch behind them.
Yeah, so like standing behind the D tackle so the computer can't see you, but you're in a dime 3-2-6. Like
Yeah,
that,
I mean,
I don't feel like that's super skillful. That's just hiding behind the D tackle so the computer can't see you. And there's
that's
only
not
it
really
is
people
what.
in the
skill,
box.
but it's like, but at the same time, like if you do that same thing, that is what shooting the gap is. If you do the same thing though, if you do the same thing against 0-1 trap, against base, against a lot of read options, you're gonna get blocked. So like it really only works against one type of run, that some people only run that type of run because they don't understand like how to follow a pulling guard or whatever. You know what I mean? So they just run inside zone because you have to follow anyone, right? It's just a zone. Like if you find the hole and you take it, but it's like if you try to do that against a lot of runs, they will block you. I think inside zone's the only one where you like for sure every single time are not going to get blocked. You know?
Right. That was just more in like 3-2 this year. But as far as because the concept can still apply in every other formation.
Yeah, for sure.
So
For
it's
sure.
just it's not as fun to deal with in dime because even in heavy sets, you're like, dude, you shouldn't be able to do that. But at the same time, should you be able to stand behind somebody in 3-3-5 high? Like technically there's only 6 people in the box, and I got 7 on the line. Should you be able to shoot that gap? Because then
I agree.
the base
I agree.
and the trap are
Nah.
more effective, but not as effective as they should be. Because I know what runs to work against what fronts and formations. But at the same time, it's like that 3-3-5 cub and 3-3-5 high, 3-3 penny, those with the 5 across and then one linebacker standing behind the tackle is kind of the same concept. Like I should still get that win, and you don't always, but it really just depends. Shooting the gap in my head is a certain type of skill. Now, if you're talking like comp level, pro level, those dudes are shooting all of those gaps.
Yeah,
Those
I
dudes
mean,
are
like
shooting all of them. Like
yeah.
you run base,
No,
they don't care. They know you stand off the tackles or the ends hip, and you're shooting base backside. Like if you know where to shoot base at, then you're like, oh, I could shoot base and inside zone standing in a yard or 2 yards off.
But the thing is, I disagree with you there a little bit because I feel like you can't shoot. You don't shoot base the same way. You don't shoot like you can shoot. I mean, anything if you just know if someone's just running base every single play, like, and you know they're gonna run base, then yeah, there's a way to shoot base too. But most people aren't at that level of skill. Most people are just hiding behind the D tackle every play, which is a way to shoot inside zone, and you're going to get fried by
Yeah, so
every zone,
that's
every run, but inside zone.
that was why I was
Like,
asking for a little more context, because in my head I immediately go to the dudes that know how to shoot both. Like,
right, but you also have to know that both are coming.
Oh.
Like, I feel like if you're playing, if you're at the comp level, like a lot of these dudes aren't just running the exact same run, especially if you know that you can stop it. Like, they got to kind of mix it up a little bit. So it's like they might run an outside zone. They might run a base. They might run a sweep. They might run a. I mean, your best bet really is probably running like QB powers and shit. So it's like, like it's not that easy. Like, but a lot of people complain about dudes who are just doing this the simple, like, shooting the inside zone run gap, and that's the only way they know. That's their only run defense. Period. Is that, and then they're mad that like they keep frying you when you just run inside zone over and over and over again.
Yeah.
This user also was what he's referring to. Most of it, honestly, is not even really shooting gaps. He's just talking about just filling a hole quickly, like just flying downhill, filling a hole, which is just, I mean, I don't know, just normal football stuff to me. But again, hey, maybe I'm hating. It just seems.
I wouldn't say that. It's just there's.
If I'm saying about linebacker at normal depth, and I just not shoot, but I'm coming downhill, just fill the A gap, and I meet you at the line of scrimmage. I think is that not just football at the end of the day? Is that not just how the game is played? I don't know.
I think that's football, man.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. I mean, I feel like guarding the run is the run is good this year, but I mean, if you're playing somebody and you know they like to run, then you should run defense a good amount, unless it's like a super obvious passing down. And, if you have a decent run defense, you should be okay, in my opinion.
Until you see I-form Hulk.
Does anyone in the league run that though? I haven't seen that in our league yet. Georgia runs that though.
Georgia does.
Not spamming it though. That's not.
Yeah.
Let me not. Put
You
that
see
out
it.
there.
You see it in like a lot of custom leagues where like, honestly, in my opinion, dudes aren't very skilled at all, but they just like have every single playbook, every single like glitchy play, and then you'll see them run like I-form Hulk all the time and like power I type, because they have their playbook now has like every play that's any good in the entire game, so they can just sit up there and just run this. But in this, it's like I-form Hulk has like 2 good runs in it, so it's like you can't really. It's not even worth spamming it. I mean, like, you have a 6-play cooldown, so like, okay, you're gonna run the stretch and you can run the power O. Like, that's it. I mean, the rest of the players that play in there are bullshit. So it's like, in like a custom league where dudes will sit there and they'll like run those 2 and then run like I-form tight and run the 2 good plays out of I-form tight, and then like, you know what I mean? Like, they can kind of cycle through those like that, but most playbooks don't have like enough plays to make it like worth it for you to spam that in a regular playbook.
No, but before we go, we end on this topic. I was just gonna say, it's kind of, and if I'm a little off base, please say something. I would measure it to KD and LeBron. They both average 27, but people are never going to complain about how KD gets his 27. But then if you ask, man, is LeBron a scorer? They're going to be like, no. But if you look up and the stat sheet says the same thing, it's like, well, you may not have liked how it looked, but did he do it? And that's loosely based. I know we got some basketball heads, but it was just a loosely based kind of concept, because everybody be like, man, KD could shoot that thing, KD could get that bucket, and then there's other players like, well, LeBron really ain't a bucket, but he gets them, if that makes sense,
Yeah,
I think it's a lot of just aesthetics too, like you're saying with the game. Like, it is, I don't know, it's it's probably more satisfying when you diagnose a coverage, throw a dot over the top. Like that's one of the top feelings in the game. Like you just broke somebody down, read it perfectly, put it in the bucket, and it's just I get that. Running is like, I mean, sometimes you get a little shifty, but for the most part, you're running this loose for like 50 yards, so it's not that crazy. I don't know. But good comp. I like what you're saying. I hear you for sure.
Froz, you're over there spamming some buttons, aren't you?
Oh, my fault. I'm in practice mode. Just
yeah, like, it's all good. I mean, I've been hearing you in there for this whole time.
Oh damn! Why don't you tell me? My fault. I didn't know.
We know what stiff arm sounds like.
Yeah, this dude is matching something like that.
Yo, I just got my controller just mad close to my mic. That's my fault. Sorry, listeners as well, if y'all heard that. I'm sure.
You listening to a top 10 runner of the league.
I appreciate that. I think I will put myself there, somewhere in the top 10 as far as just running. Yeah, I agree.
Stats say you top 5 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, also just, I think having running back that have purple shifty is a major cheat code. Like, most dudes can run with purple shifty. But are you willing to? I do think my vision, I feel like I hit a lot of holes that most dudes might not hit, and I pace it correctly. But I don't know.
Crazy wordplay.
Yeah. J. Rolfe with a big win, too, against Ohio State.
If you're still with us, they're watching it live in picture. So.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're in your bag, Joel. You got it in picture.
Yeah, it's on the.
Y'all want to knock out a little power ranking while we're here, or just wait till?
Absolutely. What do you?
Okay.
About to have the bot be able to make its own little power ranking.
You should. You seen? I don't want to talk about other leagues necessarily. Never mind. We'll talk about it off air. All good.
All right.
Got some shakers and movers. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me. There it is. Mr. Fresh Loose Leaf is back. We here at it again. We know you missed last week. Grandma's novella was we was one short, so we back in full effect. The man that says, I don't know if anybody's good enough to be S tier 9 times out of 10. We might not have an S tier until the season's over, since Spag is back. It's the tier rankings right here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not putting nobody S tier for sure. Not, but
it's crazy.
Phew, I think it's 2 teams that definitely should be in there for me. But
wow, just off top.
S tier with no playoff performance. I mean, they're just unbeatable. Yeah. They're just unbeatable.
That's not what they're saying.
You're about to put Oregon in the S tier. You're about to put Oregon in the S tier probably. And I mean, I should have. A lot of things went his way from to win that game at home. So it's like, for me, I can't put nobody S tier. But
we knew you'd say that.
Nobody?
I mean, I'll have a clear A tier. I think, we could do it right now, but I mean, I think there's 3 people who are in A tier. Usual suspects. But S tier, I mean, I don't know how you're going to put, for example, you're going to put Oregon S tier, probably, and not put Zev S tier?
Who said I wouldn't put in Zev S tier?
Yeah, so I mean, if you're going to put...
he's not in my S tier.
So that's what I'm saying. So Zev's not in the S tier, playing with Mississippi State with 1 L. But you have Oregon. I know, but you're going to put Oregon in your S tier, playing with Oregon, barely winning games. Like, what are you talking about?
Barely winning game. He's 7-1. I mean, I
don't mean barely in terms of like that, but I'm just saying I mean,
you played a good game, but he got it done.
But not even against me. Like, if you just go to his schedule, who is he playing against?
Oregon. He got some wins. Washington, his only loss is Cole.
Clemson, Ole Miss, TCU.
Smack J. Rolfe.
So you're gonna put him in S tier before he plays these three games coming up. Got you. We'll just revisit it in a week. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, you think he's gonna lose to? Zev might beat him at home. Zev's good. I don't know if
Well,
Zev's in my S tier or not. But we'll get to Zev, but Oregon definitely in mine.
I'm not putting nobody S tier right now, no. But
Zev's best win is, I guess he beat Ohio State that last week. It's a good win, real good win. But
I haven't reviewed everyone's schedule, but I'm just, regardless, I wouldn't put anybody S tier until probably maybe we reach like the semifinal of the playoff. Maybe if someone's really doing their thing at that point. In year one, I mean, it's so early, but
do we need to?
To each their own. To each their own. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying, but
it's an opinion for sure. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm not saying you're wrong. Do we need to change the name of the tiers if the semantics is like?
I think it's a semantics. I think it's a semantics.
Okay, that's fair then. Because I think
if we were doing tier one, I think there is a clear tier one. But I mean, like when you say S tier, like they're like some like.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair. That's honestly fair. It could be just a disconnect on that because like S tier is like some all time stuff, right? We're talking like movies. S tier is like best of all time type shit.
Yeah, so. It's like unfuckwittable completely ever.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that take. But how I interpret it, just because what we do is like just tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, maybe.
Well, if we did it that way, I would feel differently about it. But
okay, all right.
My goodness. Well,
that was a good little. I feel like we're on the same page. We're usually on the same page. That's good. It's good discussion.
We're going back to back. One list again.
I'm not saying that. I was just trying to make sure we're. I was trying to make sure we're on the same page. No. I don't think we'll really disagree on too many teams. If like aside from the S tier, semantics and that, but everything else, I don't think we'd be too far off.
Okay. Trials. Then let me ask the question: Do you have an S tier?
Based on how we've been doing it, how I've been doing it, I would say sure, I do have an S tier. My highest tier, who I think is playing the best in the league, is a tier of definitely Oregon, definitely USC, and the only hesitation on Zevi would just be opponents, but he did beat Ohio State on the road. That's fire win with Mississippi State, and he did also beat Cole, who's now playing good ball. So those two are pretty quality wins. I probably would be hating to not put him in there, even though he should not be in here because he was whining. Zev, you're listening. You were whining about tier 2, and man, it's 6-1 with Mississippi State. This is why you're in tier 1, big dog. But yeah, I put him up there.
Okay. Do I even need to ask the question?
You don't.
Okay. Dang, who you got for A tier?
A tier, I would go with those people he just put in the S tier.
As in, that's it, close the door, or you wanted to add to that?
No, that's it, close the door.
Okay. All right. Trials, I guess. Who you got for A tier?
Oh man, this was a little tough because man, just watched Ohio State lose to Ole Miss. I don't think Florida has enough. They got 2 losses down there. ACC. Georgia got play style concerns. Heavy got a good argument, I think. I think Heavy's been playing good ball. He does have some good wins. He won at Ole Miss. He did handle. He won at SMU. He beat Texas. Yeah, I will put Heavy in that tier. He's in there.
Okay.
Man. I don't think. I'm not gonna put myself in there because I don't think I have
You're not gonna put
enough quality wins. He's close. He's close. He just lost. Like I said, he's lost to Ole Miss. He also lost to Mississippi State. He's lost. He did. He did beat OG. Good win. But he's lost 2 in a row to Mississippi State, and he lost to Ole Miss.
He also beat Indiana as well, I think.
He did, but Indiana's good user still. Quality user still. So, yeah, I'm probably I put him in there still. I guess that was a little. Just because if we're going off current form, like what he's playing right now, he did lose 2 in a row, and got to play. I don't know. I mean, what do y'all think? Terrell? What's your? I'm assuming your first tier is the same. What's your next tier? I guess your A tier.
Verizon's new simplicity plan cuts down on the nonsense in your life. Now there's just one plan, one price. $30
Sorry about that.
per month.
I don't hate Ohio State and in A tier, especially since he got the wins over USC. That's kind of
Yeah.
that's kind of his trampoline right now, as far as reason in A tier.
Mm-hmm.
It really depends how big your A tier is, though.
I'm just looking at Cole right now, and Cole has won 6 in a row. He won at Oregon. He beat Oklahoma, beat Georgia, beat Maul, which is most of the greatest. So y'all say, but I think Maul's quality personally. And at Texas, I gotta put Cole in my A tier right now. I do 6 in a row with a win at Oregon. Yeah, he's in there for me. So I think mine would be Oregon, Ohio State, Clemson, and I think.
Wait, Oregon's in your S tier though.
Oh no, sorry, not Oregon. Who did I say first? Oklahoma, Ohio State, Clemson, and I think that's where I'm stopping at for right now.
Okay, I'm gonna pull a bag for just one second, so don't fire off on me. Oregon's best win is Washington or Ole Miss.
True.
And we're considering that S tier.
I mean, S tier is a joke, but I do agree with that point about it being S tier, but because I'm with you on. I just think the semantics of it are fucked up because it's like,
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know. I think he's in our top tier of users, whatever that means. Even.
Okay, I guess.
I mean, I think so. I think so too because he's smacked Washington, and Washington's been smacking everybody else, and he's smacked J. Roth, and J. Roth has a couple quality wins. So I mean, he's done what he needs to do. He beat Texas A&M. Not that that's something to write home about right now, but still, you know what I mean. Like he's handled business pretty much. He barely lost to Clemson by what, 3, if I remember. Yeah, 3. So I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to do. It's not like he doesn't have any bad losses. But I just think that saying someone is just like the elite cream of the crop, creme de la creme, that's just not what he is. But he is playing. I mean, I don't think that there's anyone else who's playing better ball at the moment. I mean, if you look at his stats per game, I mean, he's frying people. He's got the best offense in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I agree. I keep him where I had him for sure.
All right, you got anybody else in your A tier though?
I don't. You can go to Bags, I guess, or his B tier, or your A tier, either.
A tier. Let's see. Bama, Houston, UCLA, loss at Oklahoma. Guess this will get a little more spread out now that we don't have as many users in the top 25.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana. No, No, I'm good. It's really Clemson and Oregon in my head almost have the same record or same quality wins. So for like at that point, I can almost argue Clemson to be in the S tier, but or bring Oregon down to A tier.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Bag. Who you got? Who you got for B?
B tier for me. I'm going Clemson. I'm going Oklahoma. B tier. Clemson, Oklahoma for sure. Can you go to Ole Miss schedule,
You said Ole Miss.
please? Ole Miss lost to Georgia, lost to Oklahoma, lost to Oregon. I want to put J-Rod there. Let me think. So I have Clemson, Oklahoma. I said I'm gonna go Michigan. That's 3. Could you go back to the top 25, please?
Yes, sir.
Can I see Georgia's schedule and also Washington? All right. So I'm going Washington too, please, if you don't mind. All right. Yeah, I'm going A tier. I'm gonna put 5 teams in there, and I'm gonna go Clemson, Oklahoma, Michigan, Ole Miss, and Ohio State.
Yes. Ohio State. Fries, who you got in B tier?
B tier for me is Michigan, Ole Miss. No order, by the way, but Michigan, Ole Miss is in there. Georgia, Washington. Anybody else that I didn't? Ole Miss, Georgia, Washington, Michigan, and did I have a 15 that I was supposed to put in there? Indiana's still a good user, but I think 3 losses right now. I don't think he's playing the best ball right now, so I can't put him in there. So what Florida doing? I don't really see like the big wins. Can't put him there either.
Did beat Oklahoma.
He did. He did. That's a good win.
But outside of that, yeah, he's got a cupcakey one.
Lost to Auburn. Lost to Mizzou's quality user. And Auburn can beat you, I guess. But yeah, with those, I'm gonna say no. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Those 4: Georgia, Ole Miss, Michigan, and Washington. Into my tier there. Right. Let me put some respect on SMU real quick. SMU. His best win is, I guess, Bama's.
He got a force one there.
Oh,
SMU's a little bit inflated, I feel like. He is a good user, don't get me wrong. I think he's going to make some noise, but his best win is Texas Tech, who's winless in the Big 12.
Yeah, I think I got to let that rock out. And then my last tier, I guess, will be Indiana and SMU in there. And that's it.
And Florida, I guess. Oh,
yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about Florida. Those 3.
For me, I don't even know who's left over, but I'm going to go with, it's crazy you left LSU out of there. Is this the current top 25? LSU is,
I forgot about LSU.
He lost. Well, he got smacked by Tennessee this week, so I wasn't going to rank him either, honestly, but I was just making a note that you left him out. But
I forgot.
Drop out if
Yeah, I
It's his
mean,
third.
it's his third, but but yeah, I'm still not. I mean, he's lost to Georgia, Tennessee, and who's his other loss at LSU?
He lost to J.
J.
Rolf.
Roy. Does he have any quality wins?
He beat Cole early.
First game or first use game. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not buying it with LSU personally. My last tier, I'm going Indiana, Washington. I don't think Indiana really has any bad losses, really. Kind of like I think he's like a couple like one score L's that kind of just have him knocked down a little bit, but oh no, he got smacked by Michigan. But besides that, I mean, 7 point loss and a 3 point loss on the road to Ohio State. Yeah, so I'm going Indiana, Washington. Um, have I said? I already said Ole Miss. Who's left for me? I think it's SMU still out there. Florida still out there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, mm, I need to see a little bit more before especially because in the ACC, neither one of them has. Does Washington have any wins against somebody who's like doing really well? Um, no. So yeah, I mean, what?
They haven't played
Washington, I'm
Michigan
gonna
yet.
yeah, Washington, I'm gonna leave in there. I think because he is in the Big 12, he's beaten Big 12 opponents, but I can't put Florida in there. I can't put SMU in there quite yet 'cause I don't think Florida's really beat anybody. That's what I really meant to ask if they'd beat anybody was Florida. Um, he beat Oklahoma, but L's to Auburn. Yeah, I can't put Florida. Can't put SMU really. So yeah, I'm gonna go Indiana, Washington, and I'll throw LSU a bone, even though I don't really buy it. But
C tier is a bone.
yeah, I mean, that's not personally. I just feel like I have a lot of games I should have won. That's one of them. But it's like if he had another L over there, he wouldn't be over there. And then like if you look at his schedule, he hasn't beat nobody who's.
That might be a first.
I mean, he has a forced win. He did beat Clemson. Clemson's a good win. And then I mean the rest of them.
Clemson week 1 a good win.
That's what I'm saying. Like he won by 3 at home versus Clemson week 1. Like okay, whatever. But he beat me, but I'm 1-7. He probably should have lost that game, honestly, but good win. Protect the rivalry win. But yeah, I'll throw him a little bit of a bone here. I know that I'm gonna be back here next week and he'll be off my list probably, but yeah, that'll be my last tier, I guess, is only Indiana and Washington. Can I see the list one more time? Or and LSU. I'll throw them on there, I guess. But
Just to put it out there, he has one win over a team that is above 500.
yeah, he's a phony. So actually I'm not even gonna include him. But yeah, so that would be my last tier would be Indiana and Washington. And I think that's it for me.
Okay. So Fries, your S tier was Oregon, USC, and Ole Miss. Vacant again for Bag as normal.
Not Ole Miss.
Not Ole Miss. Sorry.
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Mississippi State. Bag, you had USC, Oregon, and Mississippi State in your A tier. Fries, you had OU, Ohio State, and Clemson in your A tier.
Oh, you know who I didn't include, I don't think, is I'm going to have Georgia in my last tier.
And C.
Whatever my third tier was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he beat LSU also. Yeah, so he got a spot.
Okay. Did I say your A tier? USC, Oregon, and Mississippi State was Bag's A tier. OU, OSU, Clemson was Fryle's A tier. Bag had 5 in his B tier. Clemson, OU, Michigan, Ole Miss, and Ohio State. Fouls was Michigan, Ole Miss, UGA, and Washington. And then to round it out were the leftovers teams for Fouls and C, Indiana, SMU, UF, and LSU. And bag was Indiana, Washington, SMU.
No. Mine, Indiana, Washington, and Georgia.
For C.
That's my last two you're talking about right now. It's just Indiana, Washington, and Georgia, and the rest of them I'm not ranking them.
Oh,
I'm not wasting my time making a D tier just so these dudes can be mad at me later.
okay. let me line that off. Okay, Indiana, Washington, and UGA was just the end of your C tier.
Yes.
Okay. And then unranked is SMU, UF, and LSU. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
I know y'all will hear about this later.
So be it.
Yes, sir. But again, before we get out of here, Froz, you got anything?
No, appreciate y'all, man. Please keep streaming your games, especially if you're a ranked matchup. Like there's no Spygate going. I mean, there may be some, but just stream your stuff, bro. It's okay. It'll be all right if somebody watches a little bit of your. It's not an issue. So appreciate y'all for tuning in, and let's keep it rolling.
Bag, before we get out
Yes,
of
sir.
here, you got anything, sir?
No, nothing, man. Great start to the year, man. Keep it up. Don't forget to get in that raffle. Stack them coins somehow. There's a lot of ways, so do what you got to do.
Yes, sir. If you're still listening, appreciate you for listening. If you don't like what we got to say, let us know in the Discord or change it on the field. Until next time, we're out.
Peace.